Hello, everybody. Welcome in. Good afternoon. I'm here to do a general reading in the energy of Uranus retrograde in Gemini. It is a very, very cheeky energy, and I'll go into that a little bit. But as I was meditating on the energy this morning, I had my eyes closed as I do, and I was tapping into the energy, and I saw a vision of all of these feathers, like seemingly floating in front of my eyes. Tiny little, like maybe 100 tiny little sparkly white feathers. And when in my mind's eye, I was reaching out to grab hold of them, they kind of scattered away. And I heard the words, "not yet." So that's very interesting. I'm going to do an AstroTarology intro as I always do. If you want to jump ahead to the collective reading, I'll put a timestamp in the description box below the video. Now, many of you know I refer to Gemini as the Peter Pan because it has that sense of adventure, that flexibility of imagination, and that curiosity behind it. It's ruled by Mercury, as is Virgo, which of course is the season that we're in. The sun is in Virgo. We're heading towards the second new moon in the final degree of Virgo. Now, Virgo and Gemini belong to the group of mutables in the zodiac. There's three groups. There's the cardinals, the mutables, and the fixed. Gemini and Virgo are mutables. Sagittarius and Pisces also are. Now, the mutable signs mark the end of every season leading into the next one. So I always consider those four signs as kind of like working together to form a road trip heading into the new adventure. And when you take Gemini, you have that curious little monkey energy, that Peter Pan energy. Like, let's imagine they're planning a trip to Neverland. And Gemini is like, I'm curious about what it's all about. Let's get on the adventure. I want to, very, very flexible and imaginative. And like I said, curious. And then we have Pisces. So Pisces comes to the table and says, you guys, I want to go to a place where I feel like this, mutable water. Sagittarius has the expansive vision to be able to understand that Pisces energy. Remember, we have a lot of things in 29 degrees of Pisces right now. I've gone into that in other videos. So this retrograde ties in with those retrogrades in Pisces. I hope this is making sense. I'm trying to make it as streamlined as I can. Anyways, we're on a road trip to Neverland. And we have Pisces wanting to feel that way. And we have Sag knowing exactly what Pisces means and creating the vision. And then we have Virgo mapping out the course, making sure all of the details have been attended to. Sun in Virgo, South Node in Virgo right now. And then we have this cheeky little Gemini, this little Peter Pan energy that wants to get moving, that wants to create the adventure or the change. Now, Uranus is the ruler of Aquarius. Right now we have Pluto in Aquarius, but it too is retrograding. Uranus brings about change, sudden change, unexpected changes, but also it is the strange planet. It has an unpredictable ellipsis. And you guys know I'm always like, anything's possible with Uranus. I better put this on the floor. It turned retrograde on July the 7th. So we were in Cancer season. What was I going to say? Oh, but also on a week later, Saturn also went retrograde. Neptune is retrograde. So the vision, the dream is being held back. Not yet. Just a little bit longer. This retrograde in Gemini is going to last. This is pretty interesting, actually. This retrograde in Gemini is going to last until February the 1st of next year. The next day, there is a full moon in Leo. And that is the time. It's going to trigger the North and South Node next year. It's going to open up the adventure. But right now, we're still in that planning phases. Curiosity is still there. So this Uranus retrograde in Gemini has that not yet energy, but it can have kind of a disturbance below the surface. You can feel the adventure unrolling. You can feel the excitement. Interestingly enough, Saturn's going to go direct in Sagittarius season. So then we can open up. Saturn restricts, holds back, remember, for your own good. But in Sag season, Sag is like, let's get on with it. The road trip begins. And then with that full moon in Leo, you get to, that's the arrival of Neverland. Very interesting energy. Anyway, let's get into the collective reading. It's for anybody, any sign. You won't resonate with everything that I say the way that I say it, because it is a general reading. So do keep that in mind throughout the reading as well. Pay close attention to your own intuition. Let me get rid of this before I make a mess. Okay, sorry, I had to pause. Somebody came to the door. Let's get into the collective reading now for Uranus retrograde in Gemini. Let's see where this goes. In the overall energy, remember, it's still a general reading, so not everything I say is going to resonate for you exactly the way that I say it. Another note, if you're interested in booking a private reading with me, there is a link in the description box below of the video. If you don't mind and you like the work I do give the video a thumbs up. I don't know if you guys know this, but it does help the videos get out there into the mysterious thing called the algorithms. Overall energy, time to go. Okay. We were just talking about that. There could be things that you need to leave behind before you set out on this adventurous road trip. Now that fairy up there looks a little sad about maybe taking too long, or maybe it feels like it should have been time to go a while ago. But we do have all these retrogrades happening. Interesting though, because that is number 9, and I mentioned it's 45 reduced as number 9. And I mentioned this year was number 9. And go, a cycle closing out. And then we have community, which always reminds me of Aquarius. Now, for some of you, this can be about seeking out a new community. Let's find Neverland, right? You could be moving, a lot of people are, but this can be about leaving a community behind. Because when we make big changes in our life, oftentimes that's what we got to do. Okay, interesting. Let's see. Let's do some astrology, actually. We'll start with that. What do we have for this Uranus retrograde in Gemini? Almost time to break out my new astrology cards. I can't do it. These have so many memories. One more, please. Okay, I'll go through them fast. We'll take them now. We have the solar flares. Last year in Aries season, there was a lot of solar flare action. I don't know if we're having them right now. There's something starting to spark up here. And then we have Cancer energy, Jupiter in Cancer right now. We have Aquarius coming through. We have Pluto in Aquarius. We had one of the most powerful full moons I've felt in a while in Leo season in Aquarius. But Aquarius is also about community and creating community. And then we have a confrontation or an opposition. Okay. Time to go. Is something being confronted? Oppositions in astrology bring out the other side of each other. We have the Imam Coli, very spiritual. Now, this does have to do with our community, right? Where we come from, but also where we're going on a spiritual level, but also very earthy too. Where you're from, your community. And then we have the North Node. Well, isn't that interesting? Next year, the North Node moves into Aquarius. Neverland, time to go towards Neverland. The North Node is our destined purpose. And this can be about creating community. We'll see what this confrontation is about. Maybe that's all the things that you've had to confront, to leave behind. And Uranus is retrograde in Gemini, that might be part of the process for you. And what I said about creating change. Okay, let's go to the naked heart. Let's see what you are leaving behind. Let's see the recent past. Yeah. We have the 5 of Wands. Whatever it was getting in your way of your road trip. The 5 of Wands is all about conflict, internal, external, coming up at odds. Maybe there were differences of opinions about this community or what was being created. It could be that a lot was getting in your way, making it so you couldn't go. We're going to clarify that. Let's see you now. The King of Swords wanted to come out, Aquarius energy. Aquarius is very, very much about creating the future. So that could be what you're thinking of now. This is about making a decision using your head. Okay? The King of Swords is very much a communicator as well, though. A decision maker. Okay. Let me see what actions you want to take here. What actions? Oh my, what? We have the Two of Cups and the Six of Cups. That's beautiful energy here. And the Six of Cups is Scorpio energy. It is a sense memory. It's soulmate energy. So is the Two of Cups. We have some kind of spiritual union. Now, for some of you, you may want to go towards somebody in your past. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. But the Two of Cups is Venus. Look, and then we have the Eight of Cups. What is this? Six of Cups, Two of Cups, Eight of Cups. Time to go. And as I always say, what is missing from the Eight of Cups? You want to get to the 10. That's Neverland. The Two of Cups is what's missing. Here we go. Okay. Let me see the energy surrounding you. This is where we have that confrontation. Oh, yes. Oh, my gosh. Do we ever? Look at that wild cat in this Seven of Wands. And it's almost like Five of Wands in the past. Get the hell out of my way. That cat is furious. This can be you about blocking out anything that's trying to get in your path. And it might be that you need to take a big stand. We mentioned the King of Swords, head over heart, opposition. On the bottom, we have the Three of Wands, the Ace of Wands. There's your new beginning. There's what you see. Okay. We're definitely going to go further into that Seven of Wands. Ooh, what's the challenge? Normally, I don't read the Seven of Wands that way, but it's hard not to. We got the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is very sweet. This could be you wanting to make an offer, a confession, maybe an apology. I don't know. We'll see about that. I call this my Romeo of the tarot because he speaks the language of love. And that's in the challenge here. Okay. Potential outcome. Could be wanting to make an offer. Yeah. Have the High Priestess, Pisces energy. I talked a lot about Pisces in the intro, but the High Priestess is incredibly intuitive. This could be somebody that you have a very spiritual connection with, and you're intuitively being guided here, North Node, towards that. But also the High Priestess is about keeping secrets and following your intuition. Maybe that is what you're doing when you go. Eight of Cups on the bottom after your future. Yeah, Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords is about speaking a truth, and we got the King of Swords here. Okay, that's pretty interesting. Let's see. Let's clarify some. Five of Wands in the recent past. Activation energy. What happened? Yeah, okay. Well, we have the Two of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles can be about biding your time, holding back, working with what you've got. You were definitely pausing. Why? Two of Pentacles. Maybe trying to make everything even and fair. Yeah. Oh, geez. Yeah. Long over. We have the Ten of Swords, which is the end of a very, very long and difficult cycle of learning. And there is that Two of, it's like, what were you waiting for? Something that has to close. And then Five of Wands, time to go. Interesting, Leo is showing up on the bottom with Strength, which is all about courage. Let me see the King of Swords. This is you now. What are you doing? Oh. Fool, Aries Major Arcana. I was talking about the Fool. That's Mars energy, Mars and Libra right now. But I was talking about that. Saturn and Neptune going direct in Aries. The Fool is the brand new beginning. It's the new adventure. And on that adventure, we have the Two of Cups showing up here. Okay. It is about taking a leap of faith, however, and this King of Swords is not long on doing that. Like I said, he's the head over heart king. We'll see. Whoa. Actions. I mean, the Two of Cups can be about collaboration and partnership. We have community right here. Let me see the Six of Cups in your actions. And this could be you wanting to move towards somebody. Let me see. From your past, or, as I mentioned, for me, the Six of Cups is a feeling. Look, what? We have the Tower. Of course, I'm laughing at myself because I get so blown away sometimes by tarot. We have the Tower. Aquarius, Scorpio energy for me. This is Uranus. Uranus direct, sudden change. It can be about making moves. Community. It can be about moving. One more. Time to go. The Tower is where, yeah, yes, exactly. That's what I was going to say. Remember how I said the King of Swords isn't very long on taking leaps of faith? We have the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords is a mind trap. This is you not really perceiving things outside of your own usual way, you know? It's being locked up in a mind trap. Ace of Cups, the brand new beginning. And that's coming with the Tower. Okay. Now, depending on what side of the reading you're on, you may not see this coming with that Tower out of nowhere. Could be, again, somebody from your past, but not necessarily. Let me see the Seven of Wands. We have this opposition. What's that about? The confrontation. Okay. Yeah. Scorpio with death and rebirth. And death and rebirth and the new life unfolding. So this is like a reinvention. That's what I see here. That Six of Cups is going back to Neverland, that place in your heart. Let's have one more on death and rebirth. Or there's something you had to put a final close to as well with that Ten of Swords, something you finally had to confront, even though it wasn't easy. The Knight of Wands, who's this? The Knight of Wands is fire energy, Aries energy. Huh. Time to go. I always say about the Knight of Wands, very enthusiastic and curious. This is somebody who wants to explore the possibilities of things. Now, I don't know if this is somebody that you have to walk away from. We go to death and rebirth and the Seven of Wands. One more. The Queen of Cups. Cancer energy. Okay. What is that confrontation about? We'll go a little bit further into that. Now, what's in the challenge? Now, the Knight takes this Ace of Cups and puts it into action, makes it a possibility. Let's see. Knight of Cups. The Nine of Wands. We have the Ten of Swords and the Nine of Wands. Time to go. The Nine of Wands is a valiant fight. It's been a long and difficult path for you. And maybe you're a little beat up. Yes. But this is about dropping the weight. You could want to apologize even to somebody here. Oh, yes. It's about what? Okay, Tarot. We have the Ace of Wands and then the Ten of Wands. Right here. Time to go. This could involve travel. It could involve moving. Remember I said the Tower? You might just be taking what you got on your back, so to speak, and moving towards somebody. The Ace of Wands, I always say, is the fuel that gets that fool right here to take a leap of faith. Cardinal fire is passion and inspiration, solar flare. Let's see the High Priestess. High Priestess. Oh, I love it. There's Gemini coming in. The Page of Swords. Curious. And then we have the Emperor. Okay. Mars energy. Divine masculine energy here. Emperor and King of Swords. Very serious energy. I want to take a look at this Queen of Cups because I feel like that's where you think your new beginning is. We have a Six of Cups here. So now this, again, could be somebody from your past, but I don't feel like it is. But in any event, quietly watching, observing, getting more information. The Queen of Cups and the High Priestess is very psychic, very intuitive energy. One more with the High Priestess. You could be keeping quiet and keeping notes. The King of Swords does that. Strength. Okay, Leo. Courage. One more. High Priestess. And strength. One more. The strength is also a card about holding back. What is going on here? The Empress, Venus energy. And feminine. And then we have the Five of Pentacles. And the North Node. Yeah, it's that's what I'm saying, right? Like there's some kind of reinvention happening here for you. And I think you want this Empress energy to be a part of that picture. The Emperor and the Empress create empires. But the Five of Pentacles is a feeling of what you're losing. Time to go. Three of Swords on the bottom of the deck. Let me get one more on that Five of Pentacles, please. What's happening here? It's the Star. Unbelievable. Aquarius energy. Now remember we saw the Tower. In the progression of the tarot, the Star comes after the Tower. And the Star is about the purity of vision. It's where all that couldn't stand anymore doesn't. This is the new hope. It's the new wish. And remember when I said Uranus goes direct February 2nd. Full moon in Leo. We have Aquarius and Leo there in opposition. And then Knight of Swords. So maybe somebody you want to talk to in a fast hurry here. Let me get one more. I'm going to go to that opposition and see what you got going on there. Death and rebirth. Okay, one more, please. And something you need to confront. Oh, whoa. We got the Magician here, Virgo and Gemini. The Magician works with all four aces to create the new reality. We have an Ace of Cups. We have an Ace of Wands. Passion, inspiration, emotions. The moon's going to be showing up in the readings a lot because we just had that full moon eclipse in Pisces and the new moon in Virgo coming up, the second new moon. One more with the moon. The moon is about what's hidden. Oh, full moon in Leo. Whoa, what? Full moon in Leo, February the 2nd. Something about this Uranus retrograde has a lot to do with that. Can I have one more on the moon? It's the Magician. Hold on a minute now. We're closing the tarot portion with the Star. I'm sorry. The Emperor, the Empress, the Star. Strength, the Magician. And the moon. What? Yeah. I don't know who you are, but you're definitely very powerful. There's a very strong spiritual energy here. And this has to do with your future, with your soul's purpose. Yeah. We got Cancer energy with the Chariot. I feel like we have soulmates here about to collide. And you may already know each other. Let me see this Queen of Cups. I hope this is making sense. Let me see the Tower and the Six of Cups. Oh. The Page of Pentacles, and then we have Leo here with the Sun. This is all about new beginnings, happiness. Look at the Six of Cups with the Sun. We got Neverland. Beautiful. It's wanting to feel that way. It's wanting that happiness. And also communication with the Page of Pentacles. Making an offer. One more. Oh, the Sun really wanted to be known. Okay. So where's this Chariot headed? There definitely could be travel. Let me see. Oh, yes. Oh, my. Well, we go from that ferocity here of the Seven of Wands to the Eight of Wands. That firewall breaks open, whatever it is that you had to deal with. On the bottom, I see the Hierophant. Very spiritual. The Hierophant and the High Priestess. Soulmate union here. When things get moving in the new year, they really, really get. This is about commitment. Spiritual commitment. Yeah, that's what you've been waiting for. Okay, let's go to the blue deck for a moment. How's my timing? Emperor, Empress, Star, the Magician. Soulmates. We have appreciation. We have anxiety. Eight of Swords right here. Eight of Swords, Two of Cups, the Fool, and the King of Swords. The door to romance. Hey, did I talk about a door? Okay. One more. The door to romance is number 33. The Empress is number 3. Let's do one more, please. Deceit. You know, I'm going to have to drill down on that a little bit. It's been coming out a lot, but we have the moon here. So some of you could be keeping things to yourself. And then we have the garden and the gate, which is about leaving your comfort zone. You're going to see how this little girl is standing there at the edge of her own gate, ready to step into the unknown, the Fool. I'll see what deceit's about. One more. Could be what you're leaving behind with that Five of Wands. And then we have Healer of the Ages. This is coming out so much for everybody right now. And remember, I mentioned that the Six of Cups is a purity of heart. Whatever this situation is, now you could be going into some kind of spiritual work with the Queen of Cups and the High Priestess and the Magician. Let me get into deceit. And that's who you want to have this partnership with. Let me get into deceit. What's going on? The Hanged Man and the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, I mean, does this have something to do with your work? The Hanged Man is Pisces energy, and you've been holding back. One more. Ace of Wands and the Magician. I feel like this magician is jumping out of nowhere and being, look what I can do. I totally do feel that way. Interesting. Okay. The Hanged Man and the Magician is super tricky. This definitely could be somebody that you've been keeping your eye on, that you want to have some work with. Let me see the Chariot. No, the Emperor. He's who drives the Chariot. The arrival of Mars, the arrival of the partner. You definitely could be at a distance. I don't know if you know each other. You could. You could, but I feel like things are about to collide here. Yeah, we got the Chariot. It's a strong energy, my friends. Okay. Why don't we do a romance angel? Why not? There's something brewing here. What do we have? Yes, very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. Strong, strong manifesting energy. Calling in your soulmate. Yeah. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations bring you together. Were you praying for each other? Could have been. And this could go way back. Again, you may not know each other. With the High Priestess and the Hierophant, you may not. Let's get one more. Could be talking to each other in the spiritual plane. Romantic feelings. Yeah, your feelings are real and worth exploring. Door to romance. I think you want to. Go to Neverland. Okay, let's get you some talisman. Consider these to be like power words you can take away from the reading with you, if they resonate, of course. Much like the whole reading. Navigation. Yeah, careful navigation. What's this? Oh yeah, deceit. Okay, maybe that's why. Maybe that's why. I mean, the Emperor and the King of Swords is incredibly strategic. Okay. Learn the truth. Okay. Whatever it is, you're like, hey, it's time to go. Got union. Incredible. Do one more. And then intuition. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. Let's close this moon. Okay. Okay. Oh man, why am I so fast today from the moon cards? Last quarter moon in Pisces. We just had the full moon eclipse. Talk less and feel more. I mean, there could be a communication that's opening up. We did get communicate. Let's have one more. Well, isn't this interesting? Full moon in Gemini. Embrace the flow of life. And then that's in November. Full moon in Gemini will happen in November or early December. So we're talking about timing again, right? Because Uranus is going to go direct. Last quarter moon in Virgo, we're calling in the mutables. Attend to the details. Let's do one more. And then new moon in Libra. Know you are loved. Beautiful. Okay, now we will close it off with a couple of cards from the Lover's Oracle. These can come out as advice, so please do take them only as they resonate, of course. Freedom. That's that Fool card. There's nothing stopping you. The path is clear if you want it to be. Embrace. Through each other, you find the missing pieces. We got Union and the Two of Cups. A Queen of Cups and a King of Swords. One of my favorites. Queen of the Heart, King of the Mind. Secret admirer. Someone has deeper feelings for you than they are letting on. Perhaps this King of Swords, Emperor. And the last one. When it comes to matters of the heart, there is no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love, whether you're processing that 10 of Swords or whatever is going on for you. Looking at the past during this retrograde. Time to go. All right, my friends, that's what I have for you. I hope it was helpful. I hope it resonated in some way. I'll see you very soon.